Hey guys, Cody here with Import Image Racing. We are in a very different setting today. I'm dressed up in a Hawaiian shirt because today we're washing the WRX. And it's Friday as of me filming this, and every Friday we do Hawaiian Shirt Day here at Import Image Racing for those of us who actually participate. But today we have a bunch of new Collinite Wax products we're going to be testing out. That's why I'm outside. We're going to be washing the car down. We're going to be checking out some of this new wax product that we got in stock. So I'm going to wash the car down really quick with just some basic soap, just to get all the contaminants off, make sure we have a nice clean starting surface, and then we'll check out some of these waxes, talk about them a little bit, and see what your thoughts are. What we're gonna do is apply each of these coatings. Again, we're gonna do this in the shade. You do not wanna be outside in the sun. Now, because we have a brand new car here, this car only has 300 miles on it. The car already kind of has like that factory fresh coating. It hasn't really been exposed to a lot of abrasives or anything like that that are gonna damage the paint. So it still has a pretty good hydrophobic property, and as well as there's no contaminants on the surface. If you have an older dated car and it's been through tens of thousands of miles or more, and you're worried about having a nice good surface, you may want to clay bar the car first. Just do a nice thorough detail of the whole car before you apply this stuff. So what we're gonna do is we have 4 Collinite products here, and the first one that we have is the Color Up 415. And what this is gonna do is just a cleaner, and what we're gonna do is apply it to all 3 of these areas before we apply our waxes. And then our 3 waxes that we have here today is our Insulator Wax, our Super Double Coat, and our Mark d'Elegance. Now all of these sort of have their own purpose and their own price point. So before we get to the test, let's just talk about these real quick. Your Insulator Wax is gonna provide you a nice gloss shine. It's gonna give you 4 to 7 months of weather protection. Then over here, the Super Double Coat is going to give us the highest level of durability, which is about 7 to 10 months of protection. A little bit deeper shine with that one. And then the last one we have over there is gonna provide you the deepest shine, specifically on darker colored cars. This blue would probably be a decent example, but if you have a black or a real deep blue, any real dark color, it's really gonna bring out the shine and add some depth to the paint. This one is going to have the second highest level of durability, which isn't quite as high as the Super Double Coat, but this one has 6 to 9 months of protection. Now, all these can be applied by hand or by a DA. I would avoid using an orbital polisher. This one here, the Insulator Wax, is going to be a lot easier to apply. It's a more liquid, uniform type of wax. Both of these paste wax are gonna require a little bit more buffing. You're gonna kind of have to put them on. It's gonna be a little bit harder to buff them off, but they're all easy products to work with. And the only downside of these is none of these wax products can be used on rubber or black trim or vinyl, and none of them are gonna remove swirls or scratches from your paint. If you need to remove swirls or scratches, you're gonna have to use a specific compound to help remove those with a polisher or a buffer. So obviously we have this broken down into 3 sections with the tape dividing. So anything that is taped off is going to be the factory finish. And over here, we're gonna have our Insulator Wax, our Super Double Coat, and our Mark d'Excellence. We're gonna use separate regs for everything here. The first thing that we're gonna do is hit all of these with our Color Up cleaner. We're gonna shake this up really well. We're just gonna give these all a nice, fair starting point. All we're gonna do is work this in, just up and down motions. You do not wanna go into circular motions or you will scratch up your paint. A little bit of this stuff goes a really long way, which is nice. We're gonna let this sit for just a minute or 2. We're gonna come back and wipe it off. We're just gonna take a clean rag and wipe this down. And I can already feel the surface is a little bit smoother than it was before, which is really nice because we haven't even started with the wax yet. We're gonna shake this up really well. We're gonna take a brand new microfiber towel. We're gonna take this and just apply a little bit. Again, it's a very wet solution. It's like soap. So we're just going to apply this, these up and down motions, make sure we get even coverage. Okay, this one has been on the surface now for about 3 to 5 minutes. Not super long. Again, depending how hot it is, you may want to not let it sit quite as long. You'll kind of have to judge. This came off super easy. Very minimal buffing required. I'm just going these up and down motions just right off. Now we're gonna apply the double coat. So here's the Super Double Coat. This is a paste wax that comes in this container, and we are going to fold up our microfiber towel, and we're just gonna take this and get some on our towel. You don't need a whole lot. You can see it. You can also get a applicator pad or something in there to help this make it a little bit easier, but you can see the smallest amount of this stuff goes such a long way. I mean, I actually probably got a little bit too much on that one. So kind of buff this in these up and down motions. Now I'm gonna let that sit on the surface and dry. I just wanna get down here and show you guys kind of what this looks like as it's starting to flash off. You can see it, you can definitely see the streaks in there. You see it start to dry, and that's when you can wipe it off. I have to be honest with you guys, gotta give credit where credit is due. This stuff smells great. Same thing, it's gonna be this paste wax in this container. We're just gonna take our microfiber, or if you have a microfiber applicator or something of that nature that's like a little pad, you can use that as well. But we're just gonna kind of get some of this on this towel, and just kind of, you'll feel it get onto the rag. You can see it there. Also smells really, really nice. Once you see all that material on there, we can let that sit up and dry. Okay, it has been about 3 to 5 minutes. We're gonna wipe this bad boy down. You can definitely feel the rag kind of stick to the wax, and you can kind of feel as soon as the wax has been kind of wiped off the surface, because it gets so smooth like butter. They all have a nice deep shine, but I'm gonna be completely honest with you, on a brand new car like this, I'm not really noticing any difference in gloss or shine just looking at it compared to the factory finish. But time will tell. We're gonna peel this tape. Now with a car this new, I'm not surprised that I'm not seeing any kind of difference in the shine or gloss of this finish. It's a brand new car, factory finish. The shine and the gloss is about as deep as it's ever gonna get. But the nice thing about this wax is how smooth it leaves your paint feeling, and that UV protection, especially here in Florida, out in the sun all year round, just baking. This is really gonna help protect your paint and keep it nice and shiny for a long time, and keep that clear coat from dulling out on you. I'm gonna let this sit out here for about 30 minutes to an hour and let it dry, and then we'll come back to it and we'll take a closer look. So a little bonus for you guys while we wait for our wax to dry, we actually have some of their leather and vinyl cleaner too. So this is a wax for leather and vinyl specifically, and it's gonna really help clean this up and give it a nice deep shine. Again, it's a brand new car, but we can always add a little bit of shine and protection to this stuff. We have our tape. I'm gonna do one side of it, and we'll just see how much this improves the look of this interior. See if we get any depth, any darkness of color. And I mean, right off the bat, this stuff looks great. I'm pretty confident it's gonna have a really nice before and after, I can already tell. Pull this tape up. Oh my God. Oh my God, look at that. Do you guys see that? It's still keeping that darker color, so it's not like it's just because it was wet. So that's really exciting. I'm gonna wipe down the rest of this now, clean up this door panel. Okay guys, so I did go ahead and lower the camera angle just a little bit to make it a little bit easier for you to see what's going on. Again, you remember where these 3 waxes went. We still have the wax containers up there in case you forgot. And I'm excited to see the hydrophobic properties of these waxes, because this is a really big game changer when you're washing your car and especially drying it. So we'll see if this has any nice sheeting properties, and we'll see the water beading, see if we get any crazy beads here. That looks really nice. Again, the factory finish is already pretty good. It hasn't been exposed to much, so it's already beading on its own. Actually, you can see lines where the tape was. Do you see, as I'm spraying it, you can see those lines where the tape was, kind of. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. It doesn't beat up as much. It actually kind of just, wow. I mean, gotta be honest with you, I can't say I'm super surprised due to how new this car is, but you can definitely see a little bit of difference there where the tape was. And if I come over here to these sides, the water doesn't necessarily bead up or sheet off. It kind of just hangs on there for a while. It kind of clings on. And then when you come over here to the waxed areas, it just beads right up. You got really nice tight beads here. Well guys, I know this wasn't a very scientific video. I just wanted to showcase these new products to you. Hopefully this gave you some kind of idea of these products and what you're working with. It's very hard to do a kind of before and after on a brand new vehicle, but you guys get the point. So if you are interested in these products, you can find them on our website at importimageracing.com. I'll leave a link in the description to these products so you can find them more easily. If you have any questions, feel free to leave us a comment. I'm gonna get off this really busy street because I'm getting a headache and it's really hot out here. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.